What's up, everybody? Welcome to BioS3 Raw TV. So I put up a video that says the biggest secret of bodybuilding. Bodybuilding's biggest secret, or whatever the fuck I title it. And I get people popping off right away like, oh, Jerry, clickbait. Actually, that is the biggest secret in bodybuilding. For some reason, people thought I was going to talk about this G for P thing, that muscle metrics, which I'm like, who the fuck? Okay, anyways. About this secret, the biggest secret. First of all, muscle metrics. I don't know. You seem like a good dude. I don't know you, but you're obviously new to the fitness industry, or fairly new to the fitness industry. Because being surprised by the G for P thing, like, that's been talked about and has not been a secret for the last 20 years, as far as I know. I've literally been doing this since 1993. I did my first show. I got involved in the bodybuilding community. It was never a secret that this went on. Now, that being said, I'm going to let it slide that you put story time inside your channel, which I checked your channel out, as well as Raw. Raw and story time, those are kind of my things. But anyways, we'll let it slide. Maybe you didn't know. We'll give you the benefit of the doubt. But needless to say, I actually told a story about my former training partner when I was younger, who actually went and danced for guys. It was like go-go dancing or stripping, whatever the fuck it was. These guys would make like fucking legit, I don't know, $1,200 in a weekend, $1,600 a weekend. He tried all the time to try to get me to fucking, why don't you come out and do this? It's such easy work, and it's not gay, and it's this. I just felt it was borderline gay stuff that was going on, and I felt like he wasn't telling me the full truth about what he was doing to get that money. Like, it didn't make any sense to me, and at the time, I worked at a gas station, the graveyard shift, which, let's face facts, that sucks. And I was working for minimum wage. It was a sucky job. Until I realized that I could sell steroids. And once I realized I could sell steroids and double and triple my money from what I was paying for them, I could make $1,000 a day very easily selling that stuff. So I actually quit all the jobs that I was fucking working as a bouncer at the gas station. I mean, think about it. While these guys were off doing their G for P shit, I was getting punched in the head, hit with fucking bottles, cut with fucking knives. I was working at a gas station before that. I stopped all that stuff because I was selling drugs. And I mean, that may be a surprise to some people that you could sell drugs or sell steroids as a bodybuilder, but that goes on too. So, you know, I don't know what people did specifically. I don't know what went on behind closed doors, but like literally the entire time like this was going on, like it was talked about. It was never fucking hidden. You know, there's that guy, John O'Regan, who, you know, has worked with Boston Lloyd and Trigilli and all these guys, who is another one of these gay for pay guys. From what I hear, it was Dan Duchesne in the 80s, okay? The 80s and early 90s, who used to talk about very openly, he would give clenbuterol to fitness chicks at the gym. There was no bikini, no figure. There was none of that. So it was like natural bodybuilding women or women bodybuilders, but he would give clenbuterol to these fitness chicks in exchange for sexual favors. That was in the 80s and 90s. Like, this is not new shit. Like, again, I think, you know, Matrix, whatever his name is, he's so new to the industry, and so many of you are new to it. And you're hearing these things going, oh my God, it's a secret. First of all, it's never a secret. And second of all, it's much less prevalent nowadays, I think, than it was back then. Because nowadays, I don't hear shit about it. And the reason why is, first of all, most people can get their hands on steroids online and flip them and fucking resell them. Because they're buying them for like $30, flipping them for $100. They can do that. So first of all, take that and put that aside. So they're doing that instead of the gay for pay stuff. The second thing is, most of these people nowadays that would be doing this stuff back in the day has social media presence. They build themselves up on social media, and they get such a big presence that basically they can sell themselves to companies for their image, to be at booths, shit like that, and make good fucking money, travel the fucking world because they get paid to travel to do this shit on top of it, and never have to do much except for fucking go to the gym and post a few videos online. So it's, you know, the social media thing has opened up something for people to build themselves into superstars and not rely on either selling drugs or the gay for pay or any of that shit. They literally can build businesses themselves and have a fucking clothing line, a supplement line, work for another fucking company. Like, I know guys that are making a good 12 to 15 grand a month between their clothing line and their fucking supplement line, or they're working for other companies. I mean, they're making really good fucking money, and they don't have to degrade themselves and do the shit that those guys were doing back in the day. And I also know, again, this muscle metrics guy, he's like, I have a friend who told me, like, it was like, okay, I don't know what the guys told him, etc. But some of the bigger names that, you know, he was talking about, like Nasser and Flex and these guys, and I'm sitting there going, you guys realize these were guys that were the best in the world, and they fucking got their drugs very easily, and they turn around, and I guarantee you these guys, like Greg Valentino, my boy, said, sold drugs to be able to afford to what they were doing. You know, he talks about Jay Cutler. Like, Jay's a very close personal friend of mine. I think many people forget that when Jay was coming up, his wife was a nurse, a medical nurse, making good fucking money. And, you know, like, it doesn't matter. The bottom line is, whatever somebody did, unless they decided they want to talk about it, it's nobody's business. Trying to, you know, stir up other people's shit and point fingers and saying, like, well, I know so-and-so did this because someone told me, that's kind of irresponsible. Did it happen? Absolutely did it happen. Do I know the people that were involved? I don't fucking know what was going on behind closed doors, but it was very easily talked about and out in the open. And again, since the social media thing has come around, it's kind of, I believe it's kind of died down. I don't fucking know, but the bottom line is, guys, for you guys thinking like it's some big secret, it was not a secret. It never was a secret. I don't know why the fuck it would be considered a secret now when I've talked about it. Fucking Rich Piana talked about it before. Another individual who we never say his name because he's Voldemort. Voldemort talked about it before. You know, fucking Boston Lloyd has talked about it before. I mean, so many fucking people have talked about it. To hear people think that it was a fucking secret blows my fucking mind. So beware, guys. You know, the big secret here is that nothing is a secret and nothing is new. It's the fact that you are newer people getting involved in it. In the culture now, I feel is so much different than it was back then that you're not seeing it now. So what those guys used to do or girls used to do or whatever is like a shock to you now. Like, to those of us that have been around a while, not only is it not a shock, it's like, yeah, and your point is? BicePsTraining@gmail.com. Leave comments down below, but don't fight. www.bicetraining.com is the blog. It's not a secret bicep. What the fuck? And we are out.